I've actually been a coach for over 15 years, and I've used energy medicine tools for all this time, and I love what I do. And I always knew I was a really good coach, but I just never had the courage to let anybody know about it. The only way people found out about me was word of mouth, and I didn't have much business. I have another full-time job, so it was more like a hobby, but it was the hobby I was really passionate about. I just could not make myself talk about it. And when I joined the Tapping into Wealth program, there were some processes that were so powerful for me that made me realize, why did I just not talk about this? And one of the big ones was the vow of being invisible. And that was huge for me. And when I cleared that, all of a sudden I had the courage to talk to people again. Or actually, for the first time in my life, I had the courage to talk to people. And now I'm doing talks, and when I do talks, it's just fun. I just love being in front of the room. And at the end, just like Margaret is teaching, I'm offering clarity sessions, and I sometimes have the room sign up to do clarity sessions. And I'm even learning, getting better and better at doing those, which at this Tapping into Wealth program has totally changed the way I coach. And before, I didn't have a proven pathway. I did one session, I knew I helped them, but I didn't know where to take him next. It was always, okay, so what's going on for you today? And we worked through this, and it was powerful. And then it was, okay, talk to you next time. And I never reached out and said, do you want to do another appointment? And all that has completely changed, because now I do packages, and I know exactly what to offer. And it's so much more fun, and it's a lot more money too. The biggest difference is that this is really literally a business in the box. I actually am using the talks the way that we get the talks. And Margaret models it in her training. So all I did to prepare for my talks is I listened to her model it a few times, and I went out and did it. It is so easy. I've done tapping for 14 years. However, Margaret's tapping is just a whole different ballgame. But I have a lot of other training. I'm a Reiki master. I do full spectrum healing, and I do many different things. However, and I totally admit, in the beginning, I didn't want to do Tapping into Wealth because I didn't want it to be about money. And the more I just read the book, the more I realized, holy smokes, this is way beyond money. And that is exactly what I'm realizing when I work with my clients. Money is just to get into what's really underneath it. It's really not about the money. Money is just such a great way to show us what we have as beliefs. And if it shows up in our money, it shows up somewhere else in our lives. So I absolutely love starting with money and then digging into what is underneath. And it's so easy to combine it all. I mean, I do use tapping in every session because I think it's the most effective tool, and it's something that you can give your client to take home. I don't want somebody to have to depend on me. I want them to utilize me, but I want them to do it themselves too. So I give them tapping to do on their own, but it is so easy to combine it with other processes and modalities. I do it all the time. But really using money just to trigger people and get the stuff coming up and then going really deep, it's just an incredible way to do it. You know, even moments when I thought, oh, this is not working for me, it's too much work, or whatever it was, there was always somebody who says, you can get through this, I did it. And so just the support in the small groups that we created, but also in the MeWe group and in the Q&A calls is just, it's beyond belief. It truly is a tribe, it's a family. And I feel at home, I feel fully supported. I was concerned about the investment. And I already had all this other training. I was already a really good coach. And I did it anyway. And I can only tell you, give yourself this gift. You're not only changing your own life and do work the program yourself. You've got to get coached yourself. You change your own life, you change the life of your family, and you change the life. If you have kids, you don't want them to have the same beliefs that you have. It's something, even if you would never want to do this as a coach, you owe this to yourself just for your own personal peace and enjoyment. But truly, it is such a beautiful way to share the value with others and truly make a difference in this world.